Hello, I'm Clive Tompkins for the Finance News Network. Joining me from Altech Chemicals is Managing Director Iggy Tan. Iggy, welcome back.
Thanks, Clive.
First up, can you start with an introduction to Altech Chemicals?
Well, Altech is an Australian company. It's listed on the ASX, and we have a 4,000 tonne per annum high purity alumina project. And as you know, high purity alumina is used in the manufacture of LEDs, semiconductors, and watch faces and so on. We're at a very exciting phase. We're in a debt funding stage, and we recently announced the full offtake agreement with Mitsubishi.
Thanks, Iggy. And I understand you've recently updated the bankable feasibility study. What were the results of that?
We have optimised the bankable feasibility study. We've shifted the beneficiation plant from Australia to Malaysia, and we've also optimised the process. Consequently, the financial numbers have improved enormously. For example, the NPV has increased from 326 million to 356 million. So very attractive numbers. Internal rate of return is now gone up to 33%. The payback for the project is a very attractive 3.7 years.
That's a very good set of numbers. So what are your costs like and how do they compare to competitors?
Clive, the operating cost is about $9,000 a tonne to produce, and we sell this material for about $23,000 a tonne. So the margin is around $14,000 a tonne. So at 4,000 tonnes per annum, the project throws off about 56 million EBITDA every year. Very attractive returns. Now the reason we're so cheap, we think our competitors are probably close to $17,000 a tonne. And we think the reason we're so cheap is because we own our own feedstock. We don't have to buy aluminium metal like our competitors do. We also recycle a lot of the hydrochloric acid we use in the process. We've got a German hydrochloric acid plant supplier. And finally, we're in a low-cost country like Malaysia.
And Iggy, your project has advanced quite quickly with the announcement of debt funding from German bank KfW Bank. Can you tell us more?
We're at a very exciting stage of project finance. We're actually accessing debt funding out of Germany from the KfW IPEX Bank, which is a German bank. And out of that 60 million, 40 million is export credit finance. What that means is it's low interest rates and it's underwritten by the German government. Now the reason we can access export credit finance is because nearly 60% of our plant comes from German suppliers. And traditionally what governments do is they support their exporters through this export credit scheme. So we are targeting about 60 million debt. We think that by the end of the year we would have final term sheets for it.
And when do you expect final term sheets?
Well, the due diligence process is proceeding very well. We're in the process of formal application to the German government, and we are just about to appoint independent technical auditors for the project. Through that whole process, we hope to have, as I mentioned before, final term sheets for the debt by the end of the year. And more importantly, during this phase, we're concentrating on completing our detailed design with our EPC contractor, which also happens to be a German supplier, M&W Group.
And Iggy, Altech recently announced a full offtake sales agreement with Mitsubishi. What does that entail?
So I've been working with Mitsubishi for many years now. I guess they understand the quality of plants that I've built in the past. They understand the product quality coming from those plants. And Mitsubishi also believe in the demand for this product going forward and the growth expected from the LED sector, the semiconductor space and phosphor TV screens. So they've taken a view that they want to partner us as a long-term buyer of our product, and consequently we've signed a 10-year agreement, a sales agreement.
And now to finances. You've just raised $2 million from a placement and a share purchase plan, and another $2 million from the sale of an exploration lease. Where are the funds going?
Well, the funds are going to be used for the detailed design phase of the project. Allows for permitting of the projects in both countries and also running the due diligence process for the banks.
Last question, Iggy. Where would you like to see the company by year's end?
So by year end, we hope to have the final term sheets for the debt sorted out with KfW IPEX Bank. We would have finished the detailed design work for the plant, and hopefully in early 2017 we would start the piling on site in Johor in Malaysia.
Iggy Tan, thanks for the update.
Thank you, Clive.